Hello travelers, welcome to another What's Up Wednesday. This week we are going to discuss general living, general nomadic life for me on the road. Question number one, what do I do about bugs and rodents? Rodents, I set traps. As quickly as I know there's one in my rig, I'll set a trap, because rodents are something you don't want to mess with because they eat your wires, they get into things, they eat the food, and that sort of thing. And they don't just go away. Sometimes they do, and hopefully they do, but most of the time they don't. They come in and they make a mess out of a lot of things. So rodents I set traps for. And bugs, as far as bugs go, I have some screens on my windows. I have screen curtains on the front and the back, and I keep a lot of the bugs out. Flies, I just have a lot of trouble with flies when we're in an area with lots of flies. We're outside, you live with the bugs. That's all there is to it. When I'm traveling, how do I get snail mail, bills, etc.? I don't have any bills anymore. The ones I do have are electronic, like my cell phone. Snail mail, before I set out on the road, I made sure that everything I had was electronically delivered. I have a mail service that collects my snail mail. I also am hooked into the United States Postal Department, where they have a program that I can check what's coming into my mailbox on a daily basis. I tell my mail person what I want and what I don't want. I have a winter mailbox, so if I get some important mail that cannot be handled electronically, I have that mail person bundle that up and send it to me. Question 3, how do I keep cool in the heat of summer? For the last couple summers I've been in the north, either in the Minnesota, Fargo area, or last year I was up in the Idaho, Washington, Oregon area. And like I said, I live outside of the van most of the time in the summer because the van will get warm. In Fargo, North Dakota, I can get up to 104, 105 in the van. And then outside the temperatures are going to be in the upper 90s. A lot of the times we'll sit under the shade and just keep cool that way. The van has a fantastic fan in it, which draws the outside air through the van and cools it down. Plus I have 2 Ryobi fans in here that run off the Ryobi batteries. And those are running continually in the summertime to move the air. If I can plug into electricity, I will use an electric fan. Other than that, I use the 2 Ryobis. We do not have air conditioning in the van. Nobody asked the question how I heat the van. I use a buddy heater in the winter, and right now it's the winter months. So I will turn the buddy heater on and heat up my van till it's about 68, I guess. Maybe up to 70, and then turn the heat off. I'll do that just before I go to bed and turn it off and then go to bed. And if it's really cold in the morning, I'll jump up and turn it on. Otherwise, that's all the heat we use. I don't use heat at night. I don't want to use propane heaters or anything that can deal with carbon monoxide poisoning in the middle of the night. So I do have a detector in here. I just do not, for safety reasons, turn on my buddy heater, open flame anything while I am asleep. Question 4, what do I do to keep occupied when the weather has me stuck inside for several days in a row? Even when it's raining somewhat, I spend a lot of time outside, and I also spend a lot of time in here sitting right where I am, watching videos or just hanging out in my chair. My van's big enough to where it's very comfortable to be inside. I don't feel like I'm stuck ever in here. I have tons of windows. I can look outside. It's very comfortable. I have my DVD player that I can play movies if I don't have internet service. That is what is the hardest, is when I don't have internet service, because then I cannot watch YouTube, and I like documentaries on YouTube, so I can't watch that, and then I resort to my movie collection. I have over 400 movies on board in the van, so I can pick and choose a movie anytime I want. Did I have certain expectations during up to the nomad life? And then which are my most prevalent, and have I experienced those? I didn't have any expectations coming into the nomad life because I've camped before. I've lived on my own forever. It's just a different living space. Now, I've been in other RVs on and off throughout my adult life, so it wasn't really anything majorly new. I did hope that I could travel a lot more than I'm doing. That I did hope. I've been able to travel somewhat. I'd like to go travel more. I have understand that it has taken me 3 years, almost 4, to figure out what I like and what I don't like about travel, or being a nomad. And one, I don't like sitting somewhere 14 days. I get bored, it's just nothing to do, and I want to go to another spot. I don't like sitting by myself for longer than 6 days. Now, I can sit at a place for 14 days if there's friends around and something to do, but by myself, 6 days is my limit. And I don't really like sitting by myself anywhere that long. I am not an introvert. I'm kind of both introvert, extrovert. I like being around people. I like talking to people. I like interacting with people. I also like my alone time and my downtime so that I can recharge and regroup. So I'm kind of both. So I guess the answer to that question would have been to travel more and see more things, and I'm hopeful to do that. I would like to do it with friends. Last summer when we did the Olympic Loop, I had a ball. I would have liked to seen more of it and taken a little more time. So it's still trying to figure out, who I like to travel with and what kind of, how I get along with the traveler that I'm traveling with. All right, have you been delusioned by the fact that your expectations were not met, or enriched by the fact that they were met? Like I said, I'm learning how to travel still. I've only been out here 4 years. I'm in my 5th year, and I'm still learning what I like and what I don't like. And it's based a lot on income. It's based on how much money you have each month, how much money you have stashed for emergencies, and how much can you use. I don't have a lot stashed for emergencies. I am in the desert this year. I've decided to stay and save money so that I can build up a bigger emergency fund. As you guys know, you've watched my videos, I had some huge repairs this year. I've done that. And now it's time to restock. And no, I'm not asking any of you for anything. This is not e-begging. This is telling you that you've got to have an emergency fund. You've got to. So you sacrifice and you get one. Just like if you're in sticks and bricks and you want to save for something, you save. You cut back and you save. So the only way a nomad can really cut back is to not move. Okay, so I sit longer periods of time and not move, and then I can save money, and then off again I go. So it's really hard to say which were my most prevalent because I didn't have expectations, and were they met? No, not yet. I still want to travel, and I'm still going to travel. And no, I have not been delusioned by anything coming out here. Like I said, I pretty much knew what I was engaging in. Question 7. Do you have any hobbies you can pursue while stuck in the van, or does YouTube take most of your time? Yes, I have hobbies, and that will be answered in the next question. And yes, YouTube takes a lot of my time. Either me editing or watching or creating. Filming takes quite a bit of time. Finding subjects to film is even harder than you think, because sitting in the desert and not doing a whole lot, it's hard to find things to film about. The Whaz-up Wednesday has been really great because it gives me something to put out on a video. I watch documentaries a lot, and I watch a lot of build-outs. Even though mine's done, I still like to see how people have done theirs and how they've built things out. So yeah, YouTube takes up a bunch of my time. Now, the question 8 was, do I have any hobbies? Yes, I do. I'm an artist, and I love to paint. However, since I've been on the road, I have not painted a single thing. I also play music. I like to play drums, and I just was introduced to some drum circles. I've never done that before, but I've played drums professionally for a lot of years. I play a lot of other instruments, and I have some other instruments on board, and I like to play those as well. Do I enjoy reading? No, because with my brain injury, if you have questions about that, leave them in the comments, and I'll put that in a Whaz-up Wednesday. I'm dyslexic now, and when I read, I fall asleep. It's hard for me to keep track of what I'm doing. So no, I do not enjoy reading. Books on tape or audio while I'm traveling, that's pretty cool. Documentaries, yes, always about documentaries and histories and all of that. So how do I pass my time compared to when I lived in sticks and bricks? Pretty much passing it the same. When I lived in sticks and bricks, I watched TV a lot. I did yard work. I went and visited friends a lot, enjoyed visiting friends a lot. So now we travel together, so I have lots of friends around to visit. So pretty much the same. I would say a little more visiting, a lot more visiting actually, and a lot more, well, there's repairs on the van that have to be done, just like repairs on the house and that sort of thing. Cleaning, house cleaning, same. Do I ever have too much free time? I'm on nomad time, like I said in the last video, and that means we always have free time. We can change things, we can mix it up. Nothing's set in stone. So if I want to do something and something happens and changes my mind, I go do it. I like to visit my friends, so I spend a lot of time doing that. And you know, when you're 63 years old, that's okay too. I go cruising on the bike. I take Jakes for walks. We play ball. We do a lot of the things you would do at home, except I don't have a 9-to-5 job anymore. Having a business requires more time. Like when I was doing the dog business, it required almost all the time I had. YouTube is a business. I don't like to operate it like a business because it's more personal for me. But it is, in fact, bottom line, a business. And you have to keep up with things. Otherwise, your subscribers are not happy because you're not putting out content. They want to see that content. So it takes work to put it out. It takes work to film it and to edit it. And that's the business part. So yeah, that keeps me busy, and I keep working doing that. But anyway, that's all the questions I have on general living. I would like you guys to rack your brains and throw out some other questions. I did get the questions on solar when I asked last week, and I will be putting together another Whaz-up Wednesday on solar. Thanks for coming with us for another Whaz-up Wednesday. And follow your heart, embrace your dreams, and cherish your life, and get out there and do something fun today. Please subscribe. Please give us a thumbs up. That helps. And send some more questions. This is questions week 8. So I have a couple more categories to go through. But send your questions, and we'll see you next week on another Whaz-up Wednesday. Bye-bye.